It's finals week for me right now, and I've found that the perfect studying background noise is burrito truck and bag streams. Truck streams are great because it's basically a just chatting stream where Burrito infinitely gambles away early game encounters. Being a data science major, this got me thinking exactly how likely is it for Burrito to get a good box of guys to Brawly, considering dupes, encounter routing, and strategic resetting? First, let's start off with my implied definition of a good box of guys, which has to meet six conditions. Condition A is a good Chimchar, which is one with a jolly, naive, or hasty nature while also having a 31 IV stat in either attack or speed. Condition B is not getting Finneon. Condition C is getting a Surskit in either Little Root Town or Route 102. Condition D is getting Hamilton in Oldale Town, and Condition E is getting Tortuga on Route 109. These conditions leave six possible locations for non essential team members who illustrate the final condition, F, which is getting at least 4 out of 6 of these to not be bottom of the barrel Mons. It is worth noting that I am excluding Route 106 and Granite Cave because neither have garbage nor essential encounters. Let's first talk about Condition A. Now, since Burrito is the Twitch streamer version of Paul from the anime, he will only use the best Chimchars, completely erasing the code of any Chimchar he doesn't deem fit. However, a runnable Chimchar is actually quite rare, with a 12% chance to get the right nature and a 33.3% chance to get a 31 IV stat in either attack or speed. A burrito approved monkey is drawn only 4% of the time. I timed how long it took Burrito to get from truck to bag around 50 times, where he averaged about 17.5 seconds, meaning he gets a runnable Chimchar about every 7 minutes. Since this 4% would drastically decrease the final odds, and 7 minutes is a fairly marginal amount of time, I'm going to exclude condition A from the final calculation and instead classify it as the green light, so to speak. Moving on to the simplest condition, condition B. Not getting this stupid piece of shit fish that looks like it was drawn by everyone in grade school. 80%. I'm going to skip conditions C and D for now because the method I'm going to use to satisfy condition E will make it easier to understand the math on those two, which are more convoluted. Tortuga has a base encounter rate of 30% on Route 109. However, with Choodle being available on both Route 106 and Route 109, there is a chance of raising those odds. If a Choodle is caught on Route 106, the chance to encounter Tortuga goes from 3 out of 10 to 3 out of 7, or 30% to 43%. Since these two situations are connected, they must flow together, meaning that the Route 106 encounter must be factored into the Route 109 encounter. Since the 106 target is Choodle, there's now two possible 106 scenarios: Choodle or not Choodle. This basically means that 40% of the time, Burrito will have a 43% chance at rolling Tortuga, and 60% of the time, he will have a 30% chance. If we multiply these values together and then add them up, we get the true odds of encountering a Tortuga, or 35.2%. Conditions C and D, or Surskit and Hamilton, are next. I'm covering them together because they are very much interlinked with each other, just like Choodle and Tortuga. The only difference is that Surskit is required to roll for Hamilton, whereas Choodle was not required to roll for Tortuga. To get the true Hamilton odds, there is 3 steps I have to take. I'm going to start with the Little Root encounter table. Since 20% of the time this roll will result in a reset, I will eliminate the Finneon chance from the possible encounters that keep the game going. This results in two possible Little Root scenarios: Surskit, 4 out of 8, or not Surskit, also 4 out of 8. These two boundaries are important because they each lead to different outcomes of what Burrito decides to do on Route 102. If he doesn't get Surskit in Little Root, he will fish for it again on Route 102, and if he does, he will frolic in the grass like a majestic fairy princess. This is the way Surskit is connected to Hamilton, because when Burrito rolls 102 grass, he has a chance to catch Fletchling, which is also an encounter in Oldale, thus raising the odds for Hamilton, just like Choodle did for Tortuga. 102 grass and 102 fishing will both lead to two different scenarios in their own regard, being Surskit into Fletchling, Surskit into not Surskit into Surskit, and not Surskit into not Surskit. We'll take the Little Root percentages and multiply them with the 102 percentages, so each specific scenario has its own respective chance. Since the 30% chance of not Surskit into not Surskit results in a reset, I'm going to eliminate it from the pool just like I did for Finneon. This gives us 3 scenarios where Burrito rolls for Hamilton at all, each with their new respective chance at occurring. I'm now going to group these into two Route 102 possibilities with respect to Hamilton: Fletchling and not Fletchling, same as I did for Choodle and Tortuga. All of these steps lead to a 10.7% chance of getting Hamilton 2 out of 9 times and an 89.3% chance of getting him 2 out of 10 times. Multiply these values across and then add them down, and it gives us true Hamilton odds of 20.25%. A 0.25% increase to Hamilton's base 20% chance might not seem like a lot, but when there's no cost to go for it, why not? It's like walking up to any guy and asking if he wants to be a quarter inch bigger right then and there. Who says no? The true Surskit odds are much easier to figure out now, since they've basically been illustrated already. Since there is no encounter connecting to Surskit, its base odds in Little Root remain at 40%. The only other line to Surskit is not Surskit and not Finneon, 40%, into 102 Surskit, also 40%. This line's chance of happening is 16%, so we add that on to the original 40, giving us true Surskit odds of 56%. The final condition is not getting a basket of trash from the supporting locations. The mons on the screen are the ones I'm designating as bad, since I have seen Burrito reset for simply getting too many of them. Since going through every route would be complicated and unnecessary, I'm just going to average their respective encounter rates together, which results in an average 24.2% chance of Burrito getting something bad on each given route. Now that we have two scenarios on every route, good and bad, I need to calculate the chance of at least 4 out of these 6 being good. To do this, I will use Pascal's triangle, which is too complicated for me to deftly explain, but I have linked a video on how it works if you're interested. Bing bang boom, here's the formula, and we're left with estimated true odds of 84.3%. The final step that will answer the burning question of Burrito's true odds to escape the truck comes when we multiply all of these independent odds together to get the actual chance that they all happen in succession. So, in conclusion, every 7 minutes, Burrito will have a 2.69% chance of getting a good box to Brawly. Which sounds small, but it's still approximately 4.5 times as likely to happen as you getting any bitches.